G'day trendsetters, today I'm in 5 Points, Alabama. So let's kick off the tour by showing you, there's the J.L. Bowen Community House, Town Hall, and over here, everything you need to know about the town of 5 Points. Let's continue our tour of this little town. On the right is the post office, 5 Points, Alabama, zip code 36855. Next door, the volunteer fire department. And there's a lot of, well, there is some construction going on today in terms of the roads with the Department of Transportation. That be Pooney's Country Store. Incidentally, it's about, I think, 3:15 in the afternoon. So obviously I'm starting at a good time of the day. Nice and warm. There is the 5 Points Music House, which looks pretty dead right now. And that lady's flagging traffic. Let's see what the sign's got to say. Interesting establishment right there, and next to it, a house that's no longer. Just the chimneys of fireplaces. And some angry dogs. Angry at me probably, oh yeah. So if all goes to plan, today's ride is about 98 kilometers, and hopefully there's going to be a lot of shade. It's a mix of obviously dirt and gravel roads and some pavement. Okay, they honk me for some reason, whatever. Anyway, plenty of gravel roads in this route, I hope, and I think it's quite hilly as well. So we'll soon find out. And there is a mega highlight today coming later in the video when I stop in a very special town. Anyway, on the edge of 5 Points right now. As far as paved roads goes, this one is quite sweet. It's also starting off downhill. You have to love that. Here we go, trendsetters, onto the first gravel road of many, and hopefully it's going to be shaded. So thus far it's looking good. Now there are supposed to be some storms off in the distance. Fingers crossed they stay there. Afternoon. Thus far, this route is magnificent, if I say so myself. It's another route of my own design. Plenty of rolling hills thus far. And for those who are wondering, my steed for today is the J. Gillum Italia titanium frame with the FSA Wii, a rather interesting group set. It's something I'm reviewing in addition to the frame, and a personal set of MV G23 bird spoke wheels. I'll show them to you momentarily. So from my perspective, it looks like there is a storm directly ahead of me. Fingers crossed, it's moving away from me. On to the next gravel road. These roads so far are in fantastic shape, and pretty typical of what I expect from this area. I've ridden this neck of the woods before. Not chunky gravel, but a mixture of clay and gravelly goodness on the top. Tree cover thus far is about 50-50, but I'm not complaining because there is nice overcast skies above me, and the temperatures are markedly cooler than I would usually expect this time of day or even time of year. And there is our first abandoned home sighting of the day in the woods. Oh, have a look at this, will you? Is this cracking or what? Bloody marvellous. Some people are likely going to ask, hey John, where's the route, mate, for this particular ride you're doing? The thing is, I designed this course about 2 hours before this ride, and a lot of the time it's like pot luck, hit and miss, etc. The fact is, I love exploring and getting lost and trying to find my way back again. I generally don't follow the routes of others, I've mentioned that before, and I don't like to upload too much either. Nothing personal. Unfortunately, I think a lot of people have lost the whole big picture of this type of cycling. In my opinion, it's about getting lost, you know, exploring, having fun, and then finding yourself again. I'm not into pre-vetted routes too much, but I understand those folks who are, maybe they're pressed for time and so on, but really, have to be careful riding one hand, but really the experience I think is so much better. You just go off a route of your own design, not much of a plan, and stooge along. Here we have a fine selection of roadside couches. However, they may not have been to the liking of somebody because they've been torched. Now that's a really badass looking little track, but this area is likely hunting grounds either side of the road. And in my general experience, you really want to avoid riding those sorts of properties, especially during hunting season. Not to mention that you're likely trespassing as well. A brief respite from the gravelly roads, and this route takes me into Georgia for a little while. So it's an interstate route. This might be a good fishing spot for some locals. A couple of cars are parked up there. It's a bit murky looking. How cool is this road? Vine coverage everywhere. Here's a look at my steed for the day laying on the ground on the vine covered road. And on the front end, I've got a Kai Venture bags carrying all of my grub and other stuff. Because I might be riding into the dark on this route, I brought along a light and an extra battery, a sizable battery, to power that little beauty. I've never seen a road covered in so many vines, or I should say trees and such covered in so many vines. Another beautiful road and some fantastic views. Hello, we've got a fire truck on a dirt road. You don't see that too often. Let's just slow down and see what's going on. There's more rocking up. Do a bit of rubbernecking here. Hopefully whoever's in the house is okay. Now I'm coming to you from Georgia. I know this because one of my two computers is set to East Coast time, the other one is set to satellite time, and it's on East Coast time at the moment. I don't know if you can see that because of the screen glare on a really tough little climb in the red zone on the climb. Enough talking and trying to breathe. Short but steep, but picturesque. This might have been an old storefront at some point in time, I don't know. Angry dogs on the right. Angry at my presence, no doubt. There's some kids over there playing outside. They were smashing up something out there, pretty funny. Any kids watching this video, if you're not riding your bike, get outside, don't play video games. This route has endless elevation, up and down like a yo-yo. But no complaints from me. This is climb number 2 of 4 no-to climbs according to the Garmonio. They're not hard climbs, maxing at about 10%, but they're enough to cause me to throw it into the small ring. That's interesting. That's an old well. It's been renovated somewhat, but now it's covered. Anyway, I'm at some kind of crossroads. I'm taking a left, and that's the way I came. I have to say, I'm pretty chuffed with today's route. Greetings and salutations from a rather lengthy section of pavement. I'm heading almost due west back into Alabama, heading towards my one and only town visit today, which I'll save for you as I draw closer. Don't mess with me, boys. You go home, be nice. Very good. Okie dokie, the pavement ends after a lengthy spell. Onward. Possibility today I'm going to finish in the dark. I'll do my best. My main goal is to film the upcoming town in the daylight. Garmin says I'm on to the final note to climb of the day, and it's definitely a steep little bastard. And it's a bit tricky, one-handed especially. Try not to crash doing this. One-handed, see? Just about crested that little beauty. Hopefully you can see that, maybe you can't. There comes the descent of sorts. Rot roll. Apparently there's loose gravel on this section of road. Good thing I have the right bike for it. Looks like coarse chip seal. This is the small community of Rock Mills. Hello, hello, hello. We've got a water tower ahead of us. Okay, Rock Mills, Alabama. And into the town proper. We'll have a quick look around. I don't have a lot of time to make the star attraction of today's ride. That is an abandoned building with fake icicles hanging from the veranda. Oh, this is the main drag of Rock Mills, Alabama. A couple of abandoned cars laying there. And on the right we have the Rock Mills United Methodist Church. Next door to it, the Baptist Church. Okay, we have a couple of dogs to greet us here. Here we go. Hey, what's going on? Ah, you old bugger, huh? Hey, get out of it, little prime example of a very naughty doggy. Alright, Dan? Pottery shops in Rock Mills. And side too for your viewing pleasure. There's a chance I'm on some bloke's driveway or private land. Oh, this looks dodgy. Maybe not. Oh, no, there's a road here. Okay, let's keep going. It definitely looks suspect, I'll say that. Well, look at this. This might actually be a legit road after all. I haven't trespassed, there's no signs indicating that, so I'm going to keep pressing on. This might be an ancient road from Celtic times, who knows. Anyway, I'm going to switch to the front camera view in a second, because I don't want to crash riding one-handed on this dodgy ground. Still no signs indicating I'm trespassing. I'm going to hoof it over this fence, and there's a very dodgy looking bridge over there. Now, will this bridge hold my body weight? It's been a good life, if it doesn't. I think we're going to be okay, trendsetters. Through the underbrush here. Bush bashing. Now I'm hiker biking it. Now hopefully there's no snakes in the grass here, eh? Okay, I can see a path I can take on the left up there. Well, I hope this road supposedly is legit. I'm carrying the bike cyclocross style, look at that. Well, I'm rolling again, I think it's on some bloke's driveway. There's a dog back there. But thankfully I'm heading away from the houses. I couldn't really show you the house because there was a dog. I don't really like to trespass by design, obviously. It's a little difficult to see because of the sun glare. I'm entering the other Roanoke, Alabama. This is the worst time to be riding west into the sun. It's about 7 o'clock Eastern time. Hopefully I'll be right in town soon and off this road. Oh, we might be almost bang in the middle of town. I'm about to pull into a petrol station over there for some resupply. And then poke around the town before it gets dark. In we go. Quick splash and go time. There's today's garbage. Just because I haven't got a lot of time. So drink this and quick tour of the little town here, Roanoke. That's goo octane with surge. What could possibly go wrong? Well, here we are rolling into town proper. Historic home. And another historic home. So that indicates I'm going in the right direction towards downtown, hopefully. That's a cool building, whatever the hell it is. The First Baptist Church, and it has a placard out front. Let's check that out. Church rebuilt 79 to 80, in 1970s that is. There's the placard, there's the church. And here is the downtown proper. Welcome to Roanoke. An impressive looking line of shops on the right side. And there's a really cool mural, which I'll show you in a moment. And on the right we have a theatre, the Main Street Theatre. Wow, that thing's open air. I'll film that in a second for your viewing pleasure. And this is a cool old building which is now a law firm. Check this out. Now it's closed off right now. So that might have been a closed structure at one point in time, and now it's an open air structure of sorts. Okay, let's check out this very cool mural. Not this one for the pharmacy soda shop. Look at this, motor car fans. That's a Mercury Capri, aka a Ford Capri, made in Australia by Ford Motor Vehicles. Broadmeadows near Melbourne, unfortunately no longer in business. Okay, enough car facts. There's the mural. So, Roanoke, established 1836, is a small town with a big heart and where people love people. This is going to be a very rapido tour, folks. As you can see, the light is rapidly going bye-byes. But a number of really cool shops in this little town. Check out this building here on the corner. It's almost a triangle. Some pretty neat architecture in this little town. That's a cool building, the Leader Building, and apparently is a fallout shelter. That's a neat abandoned building. A number of abandoned buildings in this town. But it's still somewhat lively. There's quite a few businesses still rolling and a number of cars passing through town. Now I report with great remiss that I might have time to seek out the post office or the town hall, etc. just because you can see it's getting dark. Looks like we're leaving Roanoke. On the left side of the road is the Roanoke Stockyard. And I have approximately 22 kilometres to ride on a mixture of pavement and gravelly roads. I might make it before dark, it's hard to say, but I've got lights, so no worries. On the left is the Roanoke airfield, and there's a number of knackered planes hiding out in that little hangar right there. I think this bloke on the left wasn't too cool with paying the hangar fees. Parked out in the elements. There's a view of the airfield, right into the sun. On to another splendid little gravel road. I have, I think, about 10 miles left to ride now, and a number of very cool abandoned houses and farm buildings. Another tough climb, nearing the end of the day. That's how stable this bike is. I don't recommend doing this. Freewheeling on a gravel road, no hands. Some lovely roads here that meander through the countryside on the way back to the start town of 5 Points. As you can see, it's starting to become nightfall. It's about 8:15 Eastern Standard Time at the time of this recording. I've got a front light ready to roll. In fact, that is the Raveman CR1000. Less than 5 miles to go, or less than 8 kilometers to ride, right on the edge of dusk. A really beautiful time of day to be riding. Temperatures are way cooler. Look at that sky, so beautiful. If you get spooked easy, this section of the course is not for you. Inside a forest, not too far to ride, on a long climb. It's difficult to see in the light. This part of the course definitely got doused on earlier today. Hopefully you can see the moon. It's a bare sliver right now. Less than 5 kilometers to ride. And I've got a decent amount of light left in this direction before I'm forced to turn on my front headlight. 3 kilometers left to ride. You can see it's quite foggy from the rain that dumped in this particular part of the course earlier today. Right on the edge of dusk. There's the steed looking magnificent. There we go. Or you can just see the moon, I think, in this shot. And those are some bats. Hopefully this view transposes well to the GoPro camera here. That beautiful cloud formation over the road. Okay, time to turn the light on. Welcome to 5 Points. Here's the town limit sign. Less than 1 kilometer to go. Very stoked I did this ride today. It's an area I've been wanting to ride for some time now. Rolling into the center of 5 Points, Alabama. Evening.
How are you?
Alright, very nice. There you go, that bar I thought was closed is very active. Hopefully you can see me in this light here. It's definitely time to wrap up this video. It's quite dark, as you can see. There you go, there's a view down Main Street. There's my car. Anyway, thank you for tagging along and thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the Gravel Cyclist YouTube channel. Tell your friends, tell your mates, tell your neighbours, tell everybody. I'll see you in the next video.